I am a Nazi spy.
Welcome back to It's Too Bad, the show where we watch bad movies and try to find the good in them. Today we got a special Avengers one for you. I'm Ted.
I'm Jason, and yeah, we're in the second half of our Marvel May.
Yeah.
And if you didn't see the Howard the Duck review, go ahead and watch that right now.
Please, it's probably there. I don't know.
But Captain America 1990, and this is quite a treat. This is a new one for both of us.
Yes.
So we had no idea.
Fresh eyes. Fresh eyes on this classic. I was pleasantly surprised. Coming into it knowing this wasn't Disney, Marvel movies, this is going to be old school, but like I joked before, I said, what was this, the 60s? And you said it was 90s. So
it definitely has that feel of 60s Batman television show. It is super camp. And this is, I think, because we're right in an era where comics are starting to come back again. The man involved with putting this out kind of felt like that would, and like we were talking about earlier, Batman had just happened, and that was a major success. So might as well grab up a Marvel property and see if they could do it. The man behind this is the man behind Cannon Films, who was responsible for basically the 80s. Jean-Claude Van Damme, Chuck Norris, Charles Bronson, all the Death Wish movies are all Cannon Films, and so they all got their start under him.
Right.
So if you feel like this is an 80s film, it's because it basically is an 80s film.
Okay.
It's done the same way.
Absolutely.
Very much in vein of something like Masters of the Universe, which was also Cannon Films, and this is the first 21st century films is what this company is, but it's the same guy that brought us Cannon. Low budget, but big property, and so they just gotta do what they can with it.
And now knowing that superheroes are such a big commodity and they're going to spend money on it, to see this property not being taken care of the way it does now, I kind of enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think we put too much money into these films now. This one actually worked. It was what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I mean, it was Captain America. We can go into it and the bad stuff in the podcast, but in this one, it really isn't that bad. It's slow.
It is slow.
I think that's the one thing I can say, but through this slowness, I mean, the characters are fine. There's no giant character arcs here, but you're gonna get, like you said, the old Batman show series kind of feel. You get that. I don't know. It was fun. It was fun.
Basically, if you've seen the Disney Marvel Captain America, the first Avenger film, they do that movie in this movie in the first 5 minutes.
It doesn't take them long.
It doesn't take them long.
No.
We don't know why they picked Steve Rogers. He is strapped in and he gets these giant muscles really quick. It goes very smoothly. I was surprised at how well that happened. But you also see the origin of Red Skull, and then you have them square off in Captain America's only mission.
The first and only mission. And really, you think that is this it? Like, is this a 30-minute show? Like, something has to go wrong. Red Skull cuts his own hand off because he's gripped with Captain America's giant muscles on a missile.
A missile with swastikas on it.
That's going to the White House. They're launching a missile from Germany over the sea to hit the White House.
Yes.
Captain America is also on it. So did they adjust for that weight?
No, don't worry about that.
Okay, all right.
The logic in this film is kind of lacking because not only is, obviously that would be something to take into consideration.
You would, right?
Also, the reason behind him doing this is because Red Skull wants to be president of the United States.
True. And
So he thinks if you bomb the White House, they got to give him the presidency.
It's in the Constitution.
It's somewhere
Whoever
in there.
bombs the White House gets to be president.
It supersedes all other rules about citizenship and everything else.
And so Captain America fails on his only mission, and then he's the only one to help us again in 40 years in the future.
He is thawed by some scientists, I guess, and
not even. He breaks through the ice.
He does.
He just breaks through and walks away like Bigfoot. And they take a picture, and he just turns like. He assimilates really well, too, quickly.
Yeah.
Once he finds out he has a purpose again, because Red Skull's still around, which he puts this face on.
He had a lot of work done.
A lot of work to be a part of this community of Italians. I liked the part of the story with the writer, Sam.
Yeah.
I thought his conspiracy theory thing should have been the movie.
Sure.
Like, we could have made a whole movie around Captain America, like his thing, but to create the idea that he actually exists, you're holding on to some hope here. It was one mission that only 3 people knew about, I think.
Right.
And he's dead now. So how do you, because your friend, who's now the president, took a picture of him on a missile that was coming straight for him on the White House lawn.
In the middle of the night.
Taking pictures. In the middle of the night. No security. It was an easier
the
time.
The 40s. I mean, it wasn't like they were in a world war.
Yeah. From fresh eyes, it's fun. It wasn't punny.
No.
Like Howard the Duck. I feel like this one had some jokes here and there, but they tried to hit some emotional marks that we didn't need.
But we also didn't get the character build-ups to care about these emotional
That's,
points.
I think, the major problem of that. But, I mean, if we were just to follow Captain America through a mission or whatever, I think they did pretty well.
Definitely the dialogue sort of cheesy, sort of like some of the monologues in Plan 9.
Huh.
There's a moment in this film where the president addresses the nation on the medicine.
It's bad medicine. And nobody said the medicine was going to taste any good. But can we afford not to take it? I don't think so. If we don't take this medicine now, we'll all die. Slowly. But we'll die.
Somebody somewhere thought that was a poignant speech, like on the level of Independence Day.
Oh, man. I think Independence Day took it from that.
Yeah,
Let's
there you
use
go.
that speech. But we'll change it
All of it.
completely.
All of it.
Overall, at the end, I think the end was good. The mission where they finally get to see the president, and the president knows the girl's name that's also locked in for no reason.
Yeah.
There's a lot of plot holes in the end, but
got her.
overall, you have to just move the story along because we're done.
Yeah.
We're done as an
For sure.
audience. We just want this to end.
And they kept it at an hour and a half,
Yeah,
and they
which
were
was
good
lovely.
about it.
I thought the theme was fun.
Yeah.
The theme was fun. It just felt like an action movie. A cheesy superhero movie. You're going to get that theme and
Right.
the patrioticness of it all. I thought they did a really good job with that. The one song that we both don't get,
All I know is what my heart keeps saying. Are these memories of you, girl? Searching, trying to remember.
after he hijacks a car, it's,
Which he does a few times, guys. Captain America is sort of a carjacker.
but it's so comical. The way he does it. I don't feel good. Pull over because I'm going to be sick. And so they pull over and he gets out, walks 20
Far.
feet,
Far away.
20, 40 feet down and pretends to throw up. While the next guy comes out to see if he's okay. Wouldn't you just wait in the car?
Yeah.
But then he runs. It's like a Chinese fire drill. He runs and gets back into the car.
And takes it.
It takes off. That right there is one of my favorite moments.
These are little moments in the writing that you're like, yeah, thank you for that. Because you can't take yourself too seriously.
No.
The one thing that I will say about sound
Okay.
that did throw me out was that his shield is plastic. And they didn't bother foleying in something non-plastic. When it hits things or people,
True.
it just goes clunk. I think visually it ends up looking like the Incredible Hulk series of the 70s.
Yes.
Even though we're 20 years
Yeah.
later, a very similar feel to that.
Which I guess is good if these new Marvel movies never happened. It still feels like it's part of that universe.
Right. There are moments in this film when they did pull things off. I think when you first go to, strangely, Captain America's from LA and not Brooklyn.
Isn't he Redondo Beach?
Yes. Captain America, notably a New York character. So, okay.
Wow.
But they show you his house, and this is right before he's going to go off to have the experiment done on him
Yes.
and become Captain America. The visual style of that, in some places, reminded me of like Agent Carter and some of the Captain America moments in the 40s from the newer films. Otherwise, it kind of also fit into like The Sandlot. Maybe it felt more like late 50s, early 60s than it did 40s, but still, they kind of did a good job on not making it seem like right now.
True.
But the whole film didn't feel like right now. It definitely felt like a 20-year-old movie, even in
does.
the 90s.
Yeah, it does. Maybe that's why they went to Redondo Beach. There's the last
You're
thing
right.
that actually
Sure.
could work. The setting was great, but I don't know why you would leave Redondo Beach. I mean, to be a superhero, you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit, sir. But overall, I didn't notice the film. You know what I mean? Like, I
Right.
didn't notice, like, oh, that was bad.
Right.
So you just kind of flow with the film on this. There was nothing that took me out of it going, oh, God.
I think that's
You know.
a great testament to making an all right movie. It's
Yeah.
not a
Yeah.
great movie,
No.
but as long as you're not thrown out of it by something.
So when you look at it with our rating system, you know, we start here to here. I was pleasantly surprised. And I will go ahead and put it right here. I'll watch it again. I find it amusing. And I'm not a big Marvel fan. I don't like superhero movies. But this one, I like the old style of these superhero movies. I like old Batman. I like the cheesiness
Sure.
of it all. I find that more amusing than trying to make these characters raw and real. If you don't take yourself too seriously, that's what you get.
We're kind of different on that. I do like the Disney Marvel, just happy seeing them done justice. But I don't mind the kooky 60s Batman.
Yeah.
I love it. Like, I would get shark repellent and a
How fun
giant
is that?
bomb. And
Come on.
when I want to have fun, that's what I want.
Yeah.
And so this fit right along with it.
Yeah.
This isn't the best Captain America film I've ever seen.
Of course.
But
Which
if
is
I
why
could-
we're not here.
Right,
You know,
right.
we're still
Exactly.
If you're gonna see a bad movie, see this one.
But yeah, it was just too
Yeah.
fun. It was too fun to put down. And so there's plenty that they didn't do great, but in the long run, I'll watch that sucker again. And I'm excited.
Yeah.
I haven't cracked open the special features, but I bought this puppy on Blu-ray, so I'm gonna take advantage. So I'm right along with you.
Yeah.
It's two thumbs sideways.
Go ahead and see this. This is I think is our first one that we're like this.
Maybe Plan 9.
Plan 9, solid film. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave your comments down below. We'll be back next week with our brand new podcast about Captain America, where we dive into things that are pretty awful about the film. But we're here.
Yeah.
We're here. Go see it.